One good thing that's happened over the past few years is the beginning of an effort to develop international registries so that we have large data sets from patients at all stages and see what the outcomes are. These are retrospective studies, of course, so they have all the limitations of retrospective studies, but at least they provide a good landscape view of what the disease is internationally. So, cases from the United States, Europe, and in the future, hopefully also from other parts of the world. Another very important development over the past 2 or 3 years has been a better understanding of the biology and the molecular genetic profile of these malignancies. Between 2015 and 2016, there were a number of seminal, very important papers published from very good groups around the world looking at the mutations of CTCL, and that really kind of led to the identification of and the observing for the very first time what are the signaling pathways in the cells that are driving the transformation of the cells, or at least they're driving the malignant phenotype in these cells. And a number of very important leads were developed to understand how to develop drugs, perhaps that may be targeting this pathway or that pathway. It's almost like having the microscope for the first time, right? Now, one problem with those studies is the fact that all of them were really focused only on a particular type of CTCL called Sézary syndrome, because in Sézary syndrome you have circulating cells in the blood. So it's possible to actually get sufficient number of cells from the blood to study them. So what's missing right now a lot is similar kind of studies, but done on tumor cells from the skin. It is possible that the same mutations will be found, but we don't know that. It's also possible that will be different, so we need to understand that better. And then finally, the other major development has been that there has been really kind of an explosion of interest in studying preclinical models of the disease and drug development focused on T-cell lymphoma, including CTCL, and a number of very promising new drugs that are now in very early phase of development, but are quite interesting, and I think some of them, if not all of them, will make it to phase 2 and phase 3 studies in the future. So it's a really exciting time to work on CTCL.